It's Tuesday, February 9th, 2010, and time for Live from the Future with Stuart Pep. Tonight's guests, Teran Southern and Jonathan London, with John Fulton and the Fulltones, and Aaron Darling in for Jesse Schneiderman. And now, your host, Stuart Pep.
Finally, thank you, thank you. Oh, please, did you get some for me? Well, I will do it right now. That feels fantastic. Hi, everybody. When I am not doing interior decorating jobs, I'm hosting the show. Let me just say, we're gonna put some red drapes up. Are you running a whorehouse? Because I have some extras, and I need to put them up here. You guys, we have all the trucker speed that you need tonight with two of the greatest guests that I could ever book. Unfortunately, one canceled, so we had to replace with Jonathan London. I will besmirch your good name, sir. We have two wonderful guests, and here's a lovely picture of them. Please give a big round of applause for Teran Southern and Jonathan London. Look at those. Look at how, wow.
Lilies and flowers.
That's like an ad for a CW show that doesn't exist yet.
3 Tree Hill.
The Beauty and the Wolfman. This fall on the stream. Are you guys ready to get into an above ground pool? Because Stan Vereen is here to get you into one tonight. Wow. That's right. I have not been on top for 7 quarters in a row by just sleeping in the car. I have been out there hustling, and we're gonna kick it off here with something what we've rarely done. But I actually got an embittered and angry and lengthy and well-written email from one of you, dear viewers, and so we decided to put it right at the top in a segment that we call "Up in My Box." Johnny Fulton, go.
Oh, you want a tune for this now?
Sure, let's do it.
Deeper and deeper and deeper, up in my box.
Up in it.
And deeper and deeper, up in my box. Stu's box.
Oh, that's right. By the way, John Fulton will be headlining for Mick Dokken, Dokken cover band. Sounding good, Johnny Fulton. Oh, by the way, I haven't said hello to the most beautiful man in indie rock comedy music. Please say hello to the hair dude. John Fulton, everybody. John.
Yes, thank you.
There you are.
Great to see you.
There, look at that. Look at that. When you're not rating Abercrombie's sale items, you are hosting this show.
As you know, Stu, I don't pay for my clothes, so I just do what they tell me. You know, I'm really excited to be here, Stu. You know why?
No.
Not only because of your hair, you look great, even though I'm not allowed to look at it. I have to look at the camera.
Don't look at it in the eyes.
Take it from you can't. You can't. It's like the sun. Just don't do it.
You can't look straight
Really
into
excited for the EAD. Aaron Ashley Darling over there.
There we
Seriously,
go.
let's give it up to her.
Let's give a big hand to our I Am girl for the night.
Thank you.
It's a big part of
Aaron
it.
Darling, how about a little bit on you? Tell everybody how they know you.
Okay, well, if you watch the stream, you know that I host Twending, which is on
that's
a bit
right.
of a break right now, but we're coming back, I promise. And I filled in for Coin Op before, so.
There you go. But that
A little bit
was
about me.
yeah, nothing. Yeah, that Coin Op smells a little musty. You heard me, Rob. That show smells like mothballs, and it's on. We have an inter-show rivalry right now. So we actually set it off. Aaron Darling filling in for Jesse Schneiderman, who's sick. So she'll be back hopefully next week. All right, so here we go. Up in my box, we have a viewer email. Here we go. So this came, I didn't change one word of this. One word. So I was riding my four-wheeler the other day, out on the dirt trails coming off a serious meth high after a hard day's work at the pool depot, with a 6-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon heading to my favorite burying hole to drop off my latest victim, when I said to myself, there's nothing better than living in Tallahassee, Florida. Or at least, that's what Mr. Fancy Pants Stuart Papp would expect a normal Tuesday afternoon to be like for me. A hard-working Floridian that has to put up with the constant badgering and harassment of your little internet show. Well, let me tell you something. You are pretty much right. No shitting you, I work for the state's Sexually Violent Predator Program.
Dateline.
Yeah, that's right. John Fulton, when he's not in that program. And
Been
holy
on there
crap,
3 seasons.
we have got some crazies around these parts. We're talking Buffalo Bill's darkest wet dreams come to life, and that is not a pretty picture.
Scary.
It's not uncommon to hear the words hammer, penetration, uncle, and dog in the same sentence describing some criminal activity. And meth labs and car trunks are quite popular in Panama City, I've recently found out. But that doesn't give you the right to badmouth my people, sir. Why focus on the little negative things so much? We've had some big accomplishments to stand proud by. For instance, you're gonna want to take notes. Did you know that both the Tarzan and Creature from the Black Lagoon movies were filmed here?
Who cares?
That's right. And where would the music industry be today without our local hero, T-Pain? And lastly, Burt fucking Reynolds has a sheriff badge in Tallahassee, Florida. What more is there to say? Can you truly dispute our awesomeness? Well, except the whole meth head rapist thing. Now, this is the second time I've had to defend my town, Pap. One more time and I'm coming for you. He actually did one of those Billy Bob Thorntons. Don't you test it. I will fly to that cesspool you call California and show you that we are not to be trifled with. Your ball, Pap, a slightly disgruntled but still avid watcher. Wow, that was our Tallahassee correspondent. No name, didn't sign it, but an avid watcher. And that's how we do Up in My Box.
Oh!
You write us, we'll say it on the air. John?
Deeper and deeper and deeper, up in my box.
God.
Deeper and deeper and deeper, up in my box. Stu's box.
I feel like that could be a heart song, you know, like Up in My Box.
Well, you told me tonight when we spoke, you said, I need this song, and you go, make it good. It's the first bit. Make it rock.
Make it rock.
And then he hangs up on me. That's what happened. That's how you have to deal with Stu. Seriously, that's what the conversation was. He calls me up. He's like, I need 8 songs in 10 minutes.
And
so we got the
John.
songs, right?
You're like, hold on, bro. Let me just throw down my water pipage. And then you get right to it. You know what we haven't had?
Schedule.
We haven't had 30 seconds of IM names with Aaron A. Darling.
Does
so
Aaron
we
know
can
how to
check
do
in
that?
with-
9 songs.
So here's all you have to do. John is going to give you a little ditty. You read as many IM names as you can, Aaron Darling. And when the music stops, you better shut your pie hole, because we will cut you off at the end of the show. And that won't be pretty. All right, John, take it away.
Do I start right now?
Yeah, he goes fast.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
Here we go. No,
Unbelievable.
Sorry,
I
Aaron.
didn't know if I needed an intro.
You know what, Aaron?
Olympics
I
are
don't
like
need that
Okay.
attitude from you, darling. Oh, that works.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Let's
never
do
heard
it
that
one more.
before.
I'm going to set it up. This is a live show. I just want you to know there's a whole infrastructure that works here, and we need a cutting point.
What
All
was
right.
that?
And you know what? I was circling it up here.
You're like
Tallahassee's
circle
number.
and pole. I
You
like
know
that.
what?
Bring
We
it
need to
around.
get you in an above ground pool right up in this space.
Now.
All right. 30 seconds of IM names. Do it.
River 1226, Manhole
No.
St. Mort, Jab B90, Lady
Faster.
Chatterley, St. Mort, Origin X, Wesley 89, Jake Rex, House
Still not
Badly
fast
Dimmer, Bob
enough.
Ross, Aliens 306, Vex, Mancoles, Dick
A
Dam,
little faster.
Vex, St. Mort, Alki B, U Omega 9, Model Motion.
All right, well done, Aaron Darling. Give her a nice round of applause, because that was the first one. Baptism by fire. Aaron A. Darling. By the way, is that your real name, Aaron?
That's my real name, yeah.
Wow, how can you, like, on the gym field, like, I'll tell you what, darling, we need 10 more laps.
That's why I will never be in a profession that would require me to
I
be
know.
taken seriously.
But it would be sweet if you went to school with Sweetheart. Sweetheart, darling, 10 laps, let's go. No more toot. Up here, ladies. All right, so Aaron Darling reading. So here's what we're going to do. We need one person in the live, not the chat room, but to direct message Aaron at thestream.tv. The first person is going to challenge John in a little game we call You Supply the Punchline Web Edition. John, why don't you set it up while Aaron gets our first
Oh, this is the one you wouldn't let me have the
contestant.
answer for.
You Supply the Punchline Web Edition. Go for it.
All right. You.
Ooh, nice.
You supply the punchline. You supply the punchline. Yes, you do.
Sounding fantastic, John. All right,
Good for you,
Aaron,
Stu.
do you have somebody who's ready to play?
Sadly not.
Nobody.
I'm a little
Nobody.
disappointed.
Wow, we gotta keep doing. Somebody direct message Aaron A. Darling at thestream.tv. You know what? Then we'll have to play with somebody in the
Stu,
chat.
the kids,
Oh, we
the
got
kids
someone.
nowadays. Hi, I'm Brian. The kids nowadays, it called direct message something directly related to Twitter, so you might be confusing them. They want an instant message her. So that lingo now means a Twitter thing,
Wow.
Stu.
My dog, Bucky has broken through.
Can we get a dog cam? Can we get a dog
He's
cam
broken
down?
free. Hey, buddy.
Okay, get him up. Get him up.
Oh, there he goes.
I know.
There he goes.
I know.
Is he our first guest?
I saw his tail just a little bit on
He's
the
not.
seat.
He's roaming. He's busted out. All right. Well, you know what? All right. So no, we need somebody at the stream.tv for Aaron A. Darling to challenge John in this. And if we don't, then we'll have to take somebody from the chat room. If you're not following the logic. All right. Then pick somebody in the chat room.
We have a contender.
Okay. Who is our contender?
It's Tom K.
All right, Tom K. There we go. Our graphics man himself. The guy who makes all our graphics, Tom K, is going to challenge John full run. All right, here is the game.
I'm not good at these.
I have set up 5 jokes, and in every joke, the punchline involves the word web. Because, you know, Teran Southern is on the show, and I heard Tube Filter called her a webutante. Is that right, Taryn? You can yell through the curtain.
Yes.
Webutante, she said yes. So every one of these punchlines has the word web in it. For example, if you said internet superstar, the punchline would be so webrity. All right? Are you following my logic?
I'm gonna get killed on this.
All right, here we go. So Tom K, you have internet lag on your going against you, but then again, you have John Fulton's weed-riddled brain.
That only thinks in music. This is gonna be a problem.
All right, so here we go.
Can
The
I
first
sing my
one,
answers?
70s heavy metal rockers, John. 70s heavy metal rockers has to involve the word web in it. 70s heavy metal rockers.
Okay.
You tell me if Tom K comes up with a suggestion. He has.
I have it.
Okay, go for it.
Web Zeppelin.
Web Zeppelin.
Ooh, good.
Did Tom K come through with anything?
I don't have a response yet,
Nothing.
Tom K.
Internet
Game's
lag.
over, sucker.
All right, you get that one. Web Zeppelin. Okay, here we go. Second one. All right, this is a gimme. So sorry, Tom K. Month we're in right now, John. The month we are actually in right now.
Webuary.
Wow, this guy's good. All right, you have 2. So now, Tom K, you got to go on a tear. You got to go on a tear.
Well,
is he even responding?
Yeah,
well?
he responded,
Okay.
but he got it after.
What did he get
afterwards?
the first one, did he get Web Zeppelin?
No, there was no response to the first one. We just have
Second one was
Webuary.
Webuary. Okay, here we go.
He ran like a little girl.
Here we go. Third
Ran
one.
like-
You're never going to get this one.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Fucking asshole.
An Amish boy's name.
An Amish boy's
An
name?
Amish boy's name.
Oh, I got it. Webster.
No, not Webster.
Come on. Oh, I thought you meant little black boy.
No, what? That's
Sorry.
That's
That had a television show.
no, an Amish boy's name. What do you got, Aaron?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
still waiting.
Internet lag killing us.
I'm waiting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I got one.
What is it?
Jack Webb Shamaya.
Web Shemaiah. That. Hello. What do you got for me, Fulton?
I told you, Webediah.
Webediah is the answer. Webediah.
Hey!
Somebody cheat. All right, here we go. 2 more. 2 more. Hey, listen, London, I will cancel your
A
interview
lot of
right
peanut
now.
gallery going on there.
I
A lot
know.
of peanut.
All right, here we go. 2 more. One of the first famous adult movies in the 70s. One of the first famous adult movies in the 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Deep Web.
Oh, that's just, like, it should generally rhyme, not just deep web. Because that would be throat. It doesn't rhyme with web. Oat and
I
ebb.
got it.
What is it?
Webby Does Dallas.
That's right.
Oh,
He nailed it.
that's good,
He
that's
nailed
good.
it.
She's trying to. I don't want.
Are
the
you
answers.
trying to give him the
don't want
answers?
the answers.
He's in the studio. He doesn't even have to deal with internet lag. I wonder how much weed you have to smoke to actually equal the internet lag.
This isn't
we
how
have.
my brain works.
All right, here we go. Last one.
Something and come up with the answer.
Girls who date. All right, here you go.
Question.
Here you go, John. Last one. Girls who date each other.
Or webzians. I don't know.
Yes, it's Webspians. That's right, indeed. And that's how we do Use Supply the Punchline Web Edition. You didn't add anything for it.
What is the answer to that?
No, Webspians. That's
Is that it?
Yeah, that
That's
was it.
terrible.
That was-
You.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
You supply the punchline. Yes, you do.
Hold on. So I'm gonna go to you for a second, Aaron. Did Tom K come through with any others than that we had right now?
Yeah, he got.
What were his other answers?
He got Webzians.
He got Webspians.
Webby
That's
Does
cool.
Dallas, obviously.
Right.
The weird Amish name, I don't know how legitimate Jack Webb Shemaiah is, but
I don't know how Jack Webb Shemaiah.
it's Jake Webb. I don't know.
Jake Webb. So here's what we're gonna do. In 1 second, not right now. There you go. Fair enough. We've had Buck walk in, and now, all right. Don't worry. I'm gonna go over to Johnny Fulton for 1 second so we can get our next guest situated. Teran Southern coming up in just 1 second. John.
This is the part where Stu throws it to me, and I say, hello, there might be a guest warming up, getting ready for you. Why don't we look right now?
Way to fill it in. John Fulton, everybody. Awkward pauses courtesy of our amazing show infrastructure here. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We have two amazing guests tonight. We have Teran Southern, Jonathan London. Coming up right now, you know her, love her. She was just doing her own Ustream live show. I think she has 100 million hits and counting. She is a self-professed new media nerd. Please welcome my first guest, Teran Southern, everybody.
Hi.
Teran Southern. There we go.
This night is so much cooler than my Ustream show. My Ustream show consists of myself, my couch, my big screen computer as the camera,
right,
and sometimes my hamster Bart,
and
the occasional guest
yes.
who's now in your audience tonight.
Indeed. And so you were streaming live on Ustream. How long have you been doing your streaming show?
Just a month and a half.
Okay.
I just started. It's like literally a chat show.
Right.
I was like, must get into this live internet television phenomenon.
Right.
You can't really be a web person and
right.
not know what live web TV. I'm used to doing videos, you know. So anyway, I was like, I want to check this thing out, and so I got started with Ustream because I started doing live movie premieres for the studios, for Avatar, for Golden Globes, American Music Awards, and we were getting more viewers than cable TV. We were getting like between 700,000 and 1 million people watching live, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. If only I could have that many people at my chat show, but it doesn't. Doesn't really translate.
Well, not yet though. Not yet. You
but
give it time. But you know what? Even Bravo's like, what she's doing? Like, no, the cable networks basically they either have to do like cutting edge TV or they're not going to keep up. I feel like internet has already eclipsed it.
Oh, 100%.
100%. And they are crying into their cereal about it. Now you have two. Before we talk about the projects, the thing that piqued my interest. You said you got scammed at a Kmart. First of all, you were at a Kmart, so I'm a little worried about you. But how did you get scammed in the parking lot at a Kmart?
It's almost embarrassing to tell this story, honestly.
I think you lost me at Kmart.
It just shows how gullible I am. I am the most gullible person in the world, and there's people in LA are known for this. My roommate, I've had so many people warn me about these guys who do this that go around waiting to offer to fix your car if they see that there's dents.
Right.
I've had people tell me don't let them do it because they'll screw your car up more. Sorry, I was about to swear, and I'm like,
can.
I can't. I can?
Sure. Have at it. You've got one, and then after that we need.
Okay, after that, then I'm gonna go back to using good. Okay. So I was pulling out of Kmart. Yes, I was buying a humidifier because my allergies were bad. And so I couldn't breathe. And so maybe that was clogging up my brain waves because these guys pull up next to me and they're like, hey, we see you've got a dent in your car. You know, they didn't really say it in, the full English. Like they were like,
Wait, can you do an imitation of them?
No, because you know that people are gonna hate me for that.
Okay. So they were like, hey, we see you have a dent.
So we see you have like 7 dents in your car that you haven't fixed. And I was like,
should we talk about that? Are you hitting people as you're driving home? Like, I'll tell you, I don't need a designated driver.
No, these are people that have hit me because LA. I'll park my car on a street, or maybe it's valet.
Right.
But it's in the front and the back, and then one like in the corner, and it's all stuff I've just found.
Right.
I'm like, oh,
magical
look,
dents.
another dent. They're not horrible, but they bother me. So last year I went and got a price tag done on them. It was expensive. It was several $1,000s.
Right.
So yeah, because they have to like put in all new bumpers and stuff. The way my car's made, that you can't just like the dents. So I was like, well, whatever. They're not that noticeable. I'm not gonna spend the money now. So anyway, these guys come out. They're like, we can fix them, and I'm like, first I'm just like, I'm okay. They're like, no, pull over just 1 second. We'll fix them real good. You don't have to pay us until after we're done. Mm-hmm. So you can, see what kind of job we do.
Sure.
We work at an auto body shop down the corner. They tell me the name.
Right.
I've since Googled this. It does not exist.
Right.
And if anything is wrong, you can come by the auto body shop and say, hello, we're just off and we just need some extra cash.
Sure.
And they quote me, and it's like not nearly what I was, quoted for the thing, but it was
still pricey.
Over several $100s.
Sure.
And I'm like, all right, as long as I don't have to pay you till after I see what you do. So they proceeded to fix my car in front of my near where I live.
Yep.
And they said they would call me when they're done.
Right.
I don't get a phone call, and I'm like, God, it's been a really long time. So I go outside, and they're like sitting in front of my place. They're like, we've been trying to to get a hold of you,
right.
but you know we didn't. And I was like, but I texted you my number, and it was like sort of weird. They basically gave me the wrong phone number, knowing that I would eventually come out of my place to see what was going on with the car. So I don't have a real phone number for these guys.
Okay.
So I come down, and my car is covered in blue, like covered in blue foam. And I don't remember what the name of the foam is, but they're like, you know, we had to put the foam on.
Like
so
it's
that
a Mardi Gras
paint...
stripper. Like it's covered in just blue foam.
I know nothing about cars.
Right.
Nothing about cars.
But they shouldn't be covered in blue foam. That's one thing.
You know, but maybe this is part of the process of fixing the vehicle. They said that the paint needed time to like
cure.
To like, yeah.
Sure.
I guess it like, you know, so it matches the black paint. I used to scam
people in parking lots all the time.
I don't know. I thought it made sense to me. I'm like, okay, so my paint is partial, you know, my other paint is doled out, so they need to put this blue stuff on the new paint that they put on the dents, because there was paint that had been scraped off. Anyway, I don't know what, they could have been partially not scamming me.
Right.
Like partially could have been trying to fix my car. They're like, but you need to keep it on for 3 hours.
Oh, well,
and then you wash it off.
Right.
And I was like, well, that kind of stinks. And they're like, yeah, and we kind of got to go. We tried to call you.
Right.
We tried to get you down here before we put the blue paint on, but we had to get the blue paint on before the black paint dries.
Right.
Whatever. I don't know if that's how it's really done or not.
So how much money did they get
Because the blue
from you?
paint covered the fact that they didn't do anything.
And how much did they get from you?
I don't want to say, because I
Oh no! It's embarrassingly high. Really?
No, it's not. It's just it's not. I mean, I don't know, but it was enough money
and so
to be
they took
really
your money,
angry.
ran, and you were covered in blue.
I mean, it was definitely enough money for several Xbox 360s.
Like, let me ask you this. Let me ask you, was it like with silly string they covered it? Like, what? You came out, I feel like it's a clown car. Like.
So of course I go to get it washed, you know, and they're like, you have to go to the car wash and tell them that you got your car detailed. I mean, these guys were
good.
Really good.
They were good.
They're like, good. And so I'm like, okay, cool, so it's gonna come off. And I was like, guys, it kind of looks like the dent might still be there, but I couldn't tell because the foam was really thick.
Right. Oh my God, I gotta get this foam.
It's not there. It's not there.
I wonder what kind of.
Okay, I'm just gonna try. These guys seem really nice, and they're like pointing to the kids' seat in the back of the car, like, look, we have children, we have kids. See, look, kids.
Oh, yes.
We're not going to scam
so
you.
Honest.
I guarantee you, it was fake baby hair, just.
Right.
Wow. So anyway, I go through the car wash. My car comes out. This is the best part. Not only are the dents still there, and the paint has never been covered up with any black paint.
Right.
There's holes drilled into the side of my car. They drilled holes into the side of my car. They drilled holes in the side of my car.
So you had like ventilation, right? Not only did you paid hundreds of dollars for blue foam and holes in your car.
Yeah, it's almost like a monkey who like steals your candy and then shits on your head.
Right.
You know, they're like,
greatest auto body shop guys.
We're gonna take your money and then we're gonna shit on your car.
And that guy's name is Earl Scheib. Earl, you screwed us. All right, that's a great story and a horrible story at the same time. But for our entertainment, we are with Teran Southern, new media nerd. That's your own term.
Scammed.
100 millions of you show them up anyway because you have so many media projects going on. We're gonna go over to the chat room here and get some live questions for Taryn with Aaron, Aaron, darling. Do you have questions for Taryn that you have ready, or we can let a few queue up? What do you got?
Yeah, I have one from Anani Mitty LOL, who wants to know what was it like working with Scott Baio while making the video/song for Wrong Hole.
Scott Dreamboat Baio, how was that?
Scott Baio is very nice, very nice guy. I only spent a day with him on that video. That was like a 3 or 4 day shoot, and he came to the beach.
Right.
Where we were performing the song, and I think he was like a little confused about whether or not he should be doing an internet video called Wrong Hole. Like that could have been the culmination of his career.
Right.
But it actually, you know, it got him some attention. So.
It wasn't like it was called Chachi's Crotchy. It was like
close though.
No, but he was the guy. He is playing the straight man in it. He's hearing the story. By the way, it's very funny. If you haven't seen Wrong Hole, you're probably a minority because it has like 10 million views, and it's very funny. And it was written by
DJ Lubel wrote the song, and I wrote my little part.
Nice,
so,
and you sing it very well.
Women,
ably.
We like the
You sing it very well. You have a nice voice.
Thank you very much.
You're
mister.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
Do you sing like for fun? Do you perform? You've been performing for a while.
I was singing. Yeah, I did music theater as a kid, and then I was on American Idol back in high school. One of the first rounds.
Wow.
And,
with like Guarini?
I was in the one after him.
The one after the Ruben Studdard.
I was 17.
Okay.
And I had really bad stage fright, but I was in the top 50 and I was cut right before the top 32. I don't know that they run it the same way this time, but I was like having full-blown panic attacks in Hollywood because I was like going to college and so scared and nervous and anyway. But so I gave up singing completely, and now I just do it for fun, like in internet projects.
That's cool though. You have a great voice.
Thank you.
Other questions we can take for Teran Southern, but we have a little game that I'd like to play. Do you have any other good questions? Otherwise, I'm going on to my game.
I have a 5-second question.
Okay, 5-second question.
Mule D wants to know what's a 5-second pitch for why he should watch Taryn.
5 seconds. I mean, do you need a 5-second pitch? Just have a look, and there you go. This is why. She's smart and funny, and she's entertaining.
That's very sweet of you.
I just gave you the pitch. You're well. You can use that on your video.
Well, they have to listen to like why I'm an idiot and got scammed in my car. So they're probably like, who is this?
You know, it's happened to all of us.
Yes.
All right, we're going to do a little game with you because you've traveled the world, correct?
Yes, I have.
Okay, good. So this game is called Travel Freak, and John has a song for it. Travel Freak. Here we go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Travel freak, cruising around the country. Travel freak, travel freak, travel freak, cruising around the world. Stu's a travel freak.
Yeah,
That's right, baby.
By the way, it wasn't me. This is for Teran Southern. I'm not the travel freak.
You like to travel too, Stu.
I do like to travel.
Just trying to bring you in the show, bud.
You know what? Thanks very much.
Your name's in the show, name's in the title. I was trying to make you part of it.
All right, here's what you have to do. You have to guess which of these locations that you can find these famous places. So the first one is possibly the most famous attraction in Western Europe. It's a small statue of a child urinating. Is it in Frankfurt, Brussels, or Cork? Frankfurt, Brussels, or Cork?
Wow, and of course I have not been to Cork or Brussels. I've been to Frankfurt.
Small child urinating.
Small child. I'll say Frankfurt.
No, it's Brussels. Brussels, Belgium. All right, so 0 for 1. Okay, number 2. This American party destination had to pass a law banning the molestation of trash cans.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was talking to Angie.
That's all right. Thanks, Angie. You know what? I told her not to Twitter. Now she's talking to you during the show. All right. This American party destination had to pass a law that prevents people from molesting trash cans. It's against the law. Oh, I can give
molesting trash cans?
Padre Island, Texas, Daytona Beach, Florida, or New Orleans, Louisiana.
I'll say Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach is right. Daytona Beach. There you go. 1 for 2.
I went to school in Miami, and I would hear about these stories from Daytona Beach, so I don't doubt it.
Daytona Beach. All right. Number 3, this Asian city is famous for maid cafes. Maid cafes in which waitresses not only wear maid uniforms, but when they greet you, they say, "Welcome home, master."
I've heard of this.
Okay, is this Tokyo, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, or Beijing, China?
Ooh. I think it's Beijing.
That is not right. Tokyo, Japan. 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
All right, I wouldn't know this.
Tokyo or Beijing.
You have 2
It's
more.
one of the big cities.
All right, this European city has led the world in beer consumption. My dog Buck just showing up.
Hi,
he had to
buddy.
visit you.
He's so cute.
Hey Buck, just make yourself at home.
Right on cue. I mean, we rehearsed that all day, Stu, for him to walk on right then.
I love how he just comes up and he shows general disinterest, and then it's just like, I'm out of here. All right, this European city has the world's highest beer consumption per capita. Is it Dublin, Munich, or Prague?
That's tough because the Oktoberfest is held in Munich. So,
Indeed.
Ooh, I mean, I would definitely say either Munich or Dublin, but I will say Munich.
Prague, Czech Republic. Yes, I know.
I never saw any people in Prague drinking beer. They drink a lot of wine there.
They are alcoholics.
Okay.
You know?
I spent a month in Prague. I don't know how I don't know that.
All right, last one. This American city was so threatened by the idea of gambling, they made the practice illegal, and they also banned coin tossing. She's looking at me like, dude.
If I didn't get the other ones right, I'm not going to.
Boston, Salt Lake City, or Las Vegas, Nevada. There he goes.
Salt Lake City.
He's like a ship passing in the night.
Yeah.
Where will I?
A beautiful ship.
Will I find steak here? Buck, you have to go over there. No, I shouldn't have called him. You should go follow Jared. You can call him.
I will say Salt Lake City.
The answer is Las Vegas, Nevada. 1 out of 5. Taryn.
I stink.
You know what? I would have done no better. And
I get scammed. I lose out on quiz games.
That is fine. You know what? You don't have to know about that because you know all about producing web video. First of all, let's give the plugs to the projects that you're currently involved in.
Thank you. Well, last year was an insane year, and I did a lot not on the web.
You did movies.
3 films.
Right.
I did 3 films, and that was awesome. And I kind of needed to have that experience. I wrote a pilot for MTV, a half-hour scripted comedy that was based on a web series that I produced called Private High Musical.
Right.
And it was a half-hour comedy.
Very cool.
And now this year, it's like really my year getting back into the web, and
Right.
because that's what I love, and it really is my home and how I got started. So I'm doing a ton of new web videos,
Right.
a couple of musical comedy.
And your YouTube page?
What?
Is that where everyone?
Oh yeah, well you will be able to go there. I mean, there is a YouTube page, youtube.com/Teran Southern, and you can go there and see all my videos, but I'll have a lot more up. You know, I think a lot of the ones I did before, I didn't always post under my page.
Okay.
So I didn't really realize the importance of that.
Right.
But now I will. So I'm gonna do a lot of that, and then I just finished my first film.
Very cool.
That I wrote and produced and was in as well, and I'm going to be releasing it online. So.
And what's the film called?
I'm very excited about it. It's called Taken: The Search for Katie, and it is not a comedy.
No, it doesn't
It's like
at
a
all.
dark I play myself as like a filmmaker.
Right.
But anyway, it's a dark investigative drama about a girl who's searching for her sister who was taken by a cult. I did a ton of studies on cults in college, and I've always been really fascinated by them. So I decided to do this project. I don't know why. I think I was in a dark place, and I just had to go there
To
for
do
a little
something
bit.
dark.
Yeah, but for after we're done editing that and put it up online, I have a couple of other projects that are in the comedy arena that I'm gonna do online. And anyway,
Go back
so
to
that's the main thing. I mean,
Very
this month
cool.
was just kind of it was busy.
Well, capitalizing on that, since you do have many skills in the film department, we figured we'd do a little bit with you where you can actually teach our audience something.
Yes.
So while we wrap up here with you, I'm gonna kick it off. We do have a song. John Fulton, of course, always coming through with beautiful songs. So this is a spoof of our own bit called Useless Skills. This is actually Useful Skills with Teran Southern.
We have useless facts, useful facts.
No,
useful
this is
skills.
useless.
This is our fourth one, which I like this one the best.
Yes, go for it.
Useful skills,
Useful
right?
Skills with Teran Southern.
Got skills to pay the bills.
Oh yeah.
Got skills to pay the bills. Your bills are paid because your skills are made. You got skills to pay the bills. You got useful skills.
All right, Taryn, useful skills. You know how to make web videos. Teach
Yes.
our audience the steps.
Thank you. Well, we were gonna do like a fun little bit, right?
Yeah,
Of how to make a
absolutely.
web. What did I say? How to make a web video for under $10?
Under $5. I'll
under
even up you
$5.
on that.
Ooh, you're gonna make it even harder.
Even
for me.
harder.
All right, I'm gonna give a very simple 3-step process
Okay.
here.
Follow
All right.
along at home.
If you guys really want to know how to be good filmmakers, don't listen to what I'm about to tell you. But if you want to know how to be cheap web filmmakers,
This is it.
this is the only way.
Okay, here we go.
How to make a web video for under $5. Step number 1, go to your local grocery store. Step number 2, buy several boxes of cake mix and frosting. Step number 3, make lots of cupcakes. Offer them out to anyone who's willing to help you make your web video. And then you get it all made for you.
For you. So there you go. Under $5. So you're saying
No,
generally.
I'm not kidding you. I'm just saying
You're
this
saying
because my first web video that I ever did, I had no money,
Right.
and I wanted to make it so bad, and I literally wrote an email to my friends saying, I can make cupcakes. Will you please help me?
Right.
And people were really sweet, and they actually helped me. I got a camera out of it, an editor out of it, just from. I think people just like working on stuff that they care about.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. So basically asking friends and maybe bribing them with delicious
bribing them with
sweets.
delicious food. Who doesn't like food?
And there's even
Stuart.
cupcakes over there. Yeah.
She brought cupcakes.
All right.
By
That
the
means
way, I brought cupcakes tonight as a
So
case
does that
in
mean there's a
point.
meaning behind this?
We can
There
have them. We can have them after the show. I have to wrap up. Please
But anyway,
give
yeah.
a big hand to Teran Southern, everybody. Teran Southern.
Thank you.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw it over to John and Aaron so we can check in with the chat room. We're gonna switch out Taryn. We're gonna bring on our next guest. So John and Aaron, you guys take it away.
Aaron,
Hey,
can you
guys.
tell me who is in the chat room?
Okay. We've got Bazball, Loyal Casanova, the DCD, Ryan the Mighty, Parker said, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Jobby 90, St. Mort, our Preble. I haven't seen some of you guys before. You should watch 20.
Get a new handle that's
Lady
easy to read.
Chatterley, Origin X, Altoido 5. Hey guys,
Got good
Bazball. Am I just repeating names over and over again? I feel like I'm doing that. Sociology Geek.
Oh, sociology.
Wesley, 89.
I don't like this version of it because I can't yell at her to go faster.
No.
That's the only
I
part
like it
of your
because
show.
it gives us an opportunity to say hello.
John, that's the only part I have in this show. It's the only thing I get to do.
Brian, you are the show. You make the show, okay? Without you, it wouldn't happen. I love you.
Fate to
All
sue.
right. Here we go. We have 2 guests tonight. We just had Teran Southern, and if you missed her, then you'll have to watch this show later. Coming up next, the creator of Geekscape.net. Please welcome Jonathan London, everybody. Jonathan. Jonathan. There you go, buddy. Look at that. This guy. Clearly, you have a brother who's a wrestler, because that was a strong grip. That was a strong grip.
Yeah. You know, it's just something you come up with.
Jonathan, first of all, I am very thrilled you're here, and do you know why? You'll never guess why.
Let's hold that thought. The audience may not know this, but can we get your little wing out here on that wide view? Look at this.
That? You
Look
want
at
that broken foot?
Stu did break his foot.
Stuart broke his foot.
Yes.
Right, and so I was like, oh, this is
buddy.
painful for everyone. But like something I do at Geekscape.
Yep.
I say, you know what? I don't want to miss a show.
Right.
And you're a trooper, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna bring you a get well card.
You brought me a card?
Yeah, I mean,
you're a giver,
I feel like
Jonathan.
I know you. You know, I run this community show where I feel like the audience, some of them are here in the chat room, are just part of the family, right? So I want to welcome you into the family. I
didn't see
figure
this
I'd get you a little card. It's got a little. Look at
You're
this.
opening it for me. This is
Here's
very
your little
touching.
card. I'm gonna read it to you.
Wow. All right. It's a cat.
Little kitty. It's adorable. And then it says, "Hope you're feeling perfect soon."
Aww,
and
that's so
look
touching.
At this, from Jonathan in Geekscape. It's got a picture of the kitty, and he's now got a giant smile on his face. What do you think of that?
This is amazing. And this was the most elaborate card I've ever gotten.
Well, I care.
Oh, you're gonna fold?
I care.
Am
Then
I
you can
ever
take
gonna...
that home.
This is amazing. Thank you, Jonathan London. I feel better already.
Well, yeah.
The reason I say I'm thrilled you're here is because you make us fill our quota of having 1 University of Pennsylvania graduate per show. And Jessie Schneiderman is as well, and she's not here tonight. Erin Darling is here, of course. So you being here fills our quota.
I'm the Quaker.
And it's done.
Yeah, I'm the fighting Quaker. I'm the oxymoron you get to have in the studio.
You are. Moron, more like it. Look,
hey.
Actually, we have a video that of your When Ninjas Attack, because this is something you pioneered. You do Geekscape, and you have When Ninjas Attack. And Brian, when you're ready, I want to check out that video, and then we'll have you explain a little bit more.
Okay, let's do it.
So this is a video you put together. You wrote, produced, directed the whole thing.
When I moved out to LA, you know, I was a runner, and I was a delivery guy for Fox.
Yep.
And I met an assistant over there, Gabriel Morano, who was an assistant. He also went to Columbia, where I went to grad school, and he liked my short film. So we just became friends, and as his bosses kept leaving the company or getting fired, he would move up. And finally he called me up and said, listen, do you still do those really silly little movies? Because I need content. And he took me to lunch. We developed a show. That show kind of stalled for a bit, ended up being Singledom. But while it stalled, they said, hey, listen, we have this little project with ninjas. Do you like ninjas? And I immediately went into like a 30-minute diatribe about like Sonny Chiba movies, which freaked them out.
Wait, we have the clip ready. We have the clip ready.
Got them thinking, hey, maybe this is the guy for When Ninjas Attack. So I wrote and directed this.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice setup. Go for it.
And there's your face.
There it is.
Go, 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 go. Hurry, 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 hurry. Go, 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 go.
Titty punch. Near miss.
Oh, you bitch! I just want this!
Little clip of When Ninjas Attack. Can I just...
It's all action.
You did that, very funny by the way, you did that just so you could cast semi-clad women.
Yeah,
Indeed.
well then unclad them over the course of the action scene.
You gotta love that part.
Well, we had about an hour to shoot that.
It's good though. Did you cut it together yourself? Did you do all the technical stuff?
I had an editor, Pete Alton. He shoots and edits PG porn for James Gunn.
Yeah, sure.
We met years ago.
James Gunn's been on the stream.
Pete Alton's awesome. He's gonna be shooting a series for me starting this weekend with Nar Williams called Fanboy Funhouse.
That's right. So now you have Fanboy Funhouse. You do Geekscape. When Ninjas Attack. Is there a preferred way that you like to, like, what do you like doing most? Do you like the hosting, the writing, the shooting?
I only host Geekscape because I'm the only guy who'll show up every week.
Right.
Other than Gilmore, and he's not very photogenic.
Okay.
So I shove him behind the camera and make sure only his stupid little fingers show up.
Okay.
But really, I went to film school to direct. I came out here to write and direct. And
you've directed some music videos?
Yeah, music videos, commercials, things like that. But they're not really geeky. You know what I mean? Geekscape was me. It's kind of a home to. It's kind of a home for me and my friends. and to gain friends and sort of to have a place where whenever I go off and do a project like When Ninjas Attack or Singledom or Fanboy Funhouse, all those kids can come and hang out at Geekscape and kind of become fans of each other. It's a community.
So here's the thing. So tell us about, you were in New York at Forbidden Planet, right? And you were shooting a segment. You guys will love this. Try and tell this story in 60 seconds so people can get this.
I was in New York shooting a KY commercial. And
For real?
Yeah.
You were directing it?
I was directing a commercial for KY, and I needed to shoot Geekscape because I like to shoot it every week because the kids, I don't want them out on the streets.
You don't want them.
I want them watching the web video. And so I called up Forbidden Planet. I said, can we shoot a show there? They were very accommodating. And I had my friend Jim from grad school come out, Big Yanks, who's in the forum right now, and we were reviewing Twilight. That was the big movie. So Jim goes and finds some website where they're doing product reviews on a Twilight-themed dildo called the Vamp. And this chick is writing a review on this site about how she puts the thing in her freezer to freeze it up and make it feel cold like she's getting banged by a vampire. She takes another one, puts it in the microwave, and says, but that's the werewolf. I put that one in my mouth. As Jim is going into this really descriptive...
Right, I like how you're double hand-jobbing them, by the way, in the air.
And Jim is getting more excited, and I'm just sitting here going, holy shit, the best lighting in this entire comic book store was in the kids section.
Right.
And kids are coming up, and they're wanting their Pokemon cards, so I've got a kid just off camera. You can almost see him in the shot, and he's looking at these Pokemon cards. I got Jim over here talking about some chick getting double-fisted by dildos, and the kid's just staring at the Pokemon cards, and I'm just like, oh man, Geekscape, you've ruined my life. And I took the cards, I handed it to the kid. The mom was like, we'll wait until you're done. I was like, this isn't going to end anytime well. If it does end, it's not going to end well.
Luckily, he's a geek, so he's never going to get laid anyway.
No.
But here's the thing. How would you know? Why would you freeze a dildo? How would you think that a vampire had a frozen cock? What about vampires?
The undead? I'm guessing the undead is the idea she thought. When you're
that's frightening.
When you buy a product like the Vamp, and that's going to be your Friday night, like really, you think that person's thinking?
So it turns out the Vamp is like it's a dildo.
Is it real?
It is.
Yeah.
It is, because I saw John's receipt right there. I said, you bought the Vamp again, because I loaned him the Vamp. All right, so I decided we're going to do a little game with you right now.
I love
called
these games.
Dildo or Monster Truck, and that's our game. Go ahead, Johnny.
As long as I can look like less of a dickbag than R. Williams, who just got steamrolled. All
right, here we go. Dildo or Monster Truck, John, go for it.
Dildos or monster trucks?
No, dildo.
Dildo?
Yeah, dildo singular.
Dildo or monster trucks? One drives over cars, one just fucks. Dildo or monster trucks?
There it is.
Dropping F-bombs on Stu's show.
Okay, here we go.
Stu, what I like is that you've created an entire show to facilitate the guy with the talent.
Yes.
And then you shove him in the corner and make him like a dancing monkey. It's like, you don't want to really switch that and kick the ratings through the roof? I'm just saying.
We've tried. We've tried a few times.
You're the best guest ever in the history of the stream.
Let's have the dogs run through the shot again and have some chick going to monologue about how she
I like him a lot.
All right, that's all the time we have for Jonathan London. We're going to get this a-hole. I always knew you were an a-hole, but I didn't know you were
he thinks outside the box. Keep him around.
A lot of people agree with him in the chat room, Stu. Just want to let
you know. You have the power to cancel my show, Brian.
This is a comedy show. Right.
Hey, Jonathan, what do you do Tuesdays at 8 usually? Did you just
you think this bloated train wreck would do a better job than this bloated train wreck?
Did you just throw something in the studio?
We'll compare stomachs, friend.
All right, here we go. We're doing dildo or monster truck. First one, Jumbo Jack. Dildo or monster truck? Jumbo Jack.
How many questions are there?
10.
I'm just going to say dildo every time because I like the word. It's dildo, yeah.
Black Stallion.
Dildo.
Truck.
Okay.
This is how you're doing it?
Well, I mean, either way, it's badass.
Wow.
You know?
Could I submit worst guest ever?
No, well, come on. That goes counter to John.
That does go counter to John.
And he's the guy with the smarts. So
Brutus.
Does the girl want... Okay, you want to ride that or get ridden by that?
Brutus.
Let's throw that up. That's a dildo, too.
That is a truck.
Okay.
The Fist.
Dildo.
That is a dildo.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. We get a clap over there.
So sure.
I've still got prison memories of that.
Barefoot.
That's a dildo.
That is a truck.
I just like saying the word dildo.
Big Boss.
Dildo.
Done. Grinder.
Dildo.
You're just... Do you have friends?
I have a lot of them. Right, Big Yanks?
There you go, right?
Right, St. Morton, right, Muledy?
Oh,
One of your
the
friends
irony,
gave
the
a
biting
shout-out.
irony of checking in with his chat room friend.
Stuart Papp.
Yes.
Dildo.
Well done. Up top. Well done. I got it. Shocker.
Triple dildo.
That's a truck.
Okay.
And final. Okay. Is that really? Is that?
Well, I mean,
Is that how you're doing it?
Look at the cultures you're showcasing. Should I be surprised? Like.
All right. Destroyer.
Oh shit! Nobody's ever survived that one.
Destroyer.
Let's throw it up as a dildo.
It's actually both.
Yes!
There you go. It's both!
At the same time.
Dildo or monster truck. Here's something.
Now listen, those monster trucks, I think, should have stick shifts made of those, you know, dildos.
Here's something you wouldn't know about our guest. He was actually voted most popular.
In high school, yeah.
That is very hard to believe. Extremely hard to believe.
Hey, LeJon likes me.
And here's the thing. You actually graduated with Drew Brees.
Yeah, graduated with a lot of talented kids. We had.
So you're saying in high school you were more popular than the most popular man in the world right now?
Oh, I think it was a
same class?
I think it was, same class, 500 kids, Westlake High School.
Where?
In Austin, Texas.
Okay.
We had a lot of talented kids in our class. We had.
But you were voted most popular.
We had the state 5A champs.
Okay.
Big school, varsity blues style, a lot of money.
Yep.
And Drew was in there.
Yep.
Phenomenal, talented kid. We had Chris Mim, who was in the NBA for a long time.
Sure.
And then a couple other kids on the football team, and I think they stole each other's votes.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, my younger brother was a sophomore. I got the sophomore vote.
Right.
You know, the kids who had already heard too much about the football team by the time spring and the voting rolled around.
So you were voted most popular.
Yeah.
And that
was like
translated.
Lloyd Dobler, and they're like, okay, let's vote for the Lloyd Dobler guy.
And that translated to being on the show.
Yeah, on this show. I mean,
right here.
Really, people were like, "How are you going to finish up?
How are you
going to follow up this most popular thing?" I was like, "I'm going to go on Stuart Papp's show and talk about monster trucks versus dildos."
Here's what I'm going to do in this order. I'm going to get on. I'm going to be surly. I'm going to throw him under the bus. And then I'm going to not play along with his reindeer games.
No. I played the game. I just chose to answer.
I think you're more combative than Nar Williams.
Well, Nar has to play nice.
No, but he didn't play nice. He got upset.
If anybody, I'm being nice.
You did bring me a card.
I'm being nice.
You did bring me a card.
I brought you a card with a kitten on it.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean.
That is true. I retract all my former statements.
Well, yeah. I'm probably the nicest guy on web television. I mean, you know, you come down to Geekscape, you're part of the family. We've got kids who are getting married who've met on Geekscape.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I look at a wedding party and I'm like, oh, half that wedding party is Geekscape. And it's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to build a site in a community that survived me possibly getting hit by a bus. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what? Something that will survive you.
Mission accomplished.
Because on the web, one thing that Taryn won't tell you is on the web, one day you're the fat kid with a lightsaber, the next day you're just a fat kid. So really, I think the key to being successful on the web is just to surpass the fickle nature of the audience. You know what I mean? I want to be on every week, and I want the kids to be talking to each other. So we're launching a new site March 1st, and it's just another home for the kids to go, yeah.
Jonathan London, giving us a little lecture.
Touching.
Touching indeed. All right, Aaron Darling, let's go over to you. Let's get questions or props for Mr. London himself.
Okay.
All right. Questions for Jonathan?
I have a random question that's not really related to anything. Can I ask that?
Is this you, Aaron, or is this a chat room
This is
person?
from someone from the chat room.
All right.
St. Mort wants to know, what was your favorite childhood game?
My favorite childhood game.
I'm going to guess it was Sorry.
No.
Really effing sorry.
My favorite childhood game, when we were kids, my older brother, my younger brother, and I, we woke up one morning and there was a dead possum in our pool.
Awesome.
And we got my dad to fish it out.
Okay.
But then every time we had these summer parties at our place, and it was a pool party with the kids, we'd play a game called Possum Disease. And basically it's like tag, but anybody who touched the water, fell in the water, would have to run around making dead, scary possum sounds like So, but that was my favorite game, was pushing kids into
Possum
the pool.
Disease.
It's called Possum Disease, and we'd be like, oh my God, he's infected because he fell in the pool. It completely negated the reason to have a pool party when it sucks to get put in the pool. So it ruined the pool parties, but I'm 31 years old. I'm still remembering those as my
Random
favorite.
question?
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, other questions?
Yeah. Lady Chatterley wants to know about your film school experience.
Lady Chatterley. Well, hold on. Can we get more specific? Because this guy, he likes to talk.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Could
who runs
we?
with the
I mean,
mouth.
2 years.
I went to Columbia for film school. For me, I walked in and I'd already made like little student films in college that kind of came out of from doing radio, and I was snobby. I came out there and I didn't really appreciate film school. So if you're thinking about film school, I really recommend film school to a lot of people.
Right.
People talk shit on film school. Oh, you'll just learn it on a set, but you won't learn story. Eric Mendelsohn, who just won an award at Sundance, was a teacher who just really turned me around, and I wouldn't have met him without film school. So
There
just
you go.
learning to design a story and put things into sequence is something that is just invaluable, and you can't learn that on a set.
Very cool. All right, we have to, we're at time, so we got to wrap up with our 59-second gauntlet. Give your plugs here before we run you through the 59-second
Guys,
gauntlet.
if you're in Austin at South by Southwest, come check out The People vs. George Lucas. Nar Williams and I are interviewed for the movie. Geekscape.net is where I hang my hat. And of course, if you want to check out 15 Gigs, which is the best web brand on the internet, 15 Gigs did When Ninjas Attack, Singledom. They've got some great shows on there like
we
Tease.
had Tease. We had the girls from Tease on here.
Those girls, you got to go to youtube.com/15gigs. I love those girls. And then Crave Online coming up in 2 weeks.
Fanboy Funhouse.
Fanboy Funhouse with Nar Williams. Yeah.
All right, Johnny Fulton, 59-second gauntlet. Let's set it up, and we got to get out of here.
Dildo is my every answer. Just letting you guys know that in advance.
Okay.
59 seconds, 59 seconds. Johnny Lund's got an answer. 59 seconds, 59 seconds. You don't get 60, you only get 59. Johnny London.
All right, we can always tell the caliber of our guests by how quickly you answer this and what you're going to say for question number 2. Don't fall into the trap.
Can you refresh me on how this works?
You answer to that camera.
Okay.
Here we go.
And what do I have to do? Just the first
get
thing
through
that
'em.
pops through my head
Pretty much answer them.
when you say something silly.
That's it. All right, you ready, LV? Yep. All right. Count me down.
2, 1.
Porn star name.
Dildo McGreevy.
Most embarrassing moment in your life.
This show.
Third person, asshole. In high school, I was.
Voted most popular.
Biggest star you've ever met.
I don't know. Stuart Papp.
Biggest jerk in grade school.
Me.
Song playing while you lost your virginity.
There was no song.
One
My tears.
One thing on your iPod.
The Mr. T Experience.
Would you rather date Audrey Hepburn or Marilyn Monroe?
Audrey Hepburn.
Elvis or Sinatra? Who would you rather be? A gift of flight or be a billionaire?
Flight.
Title of your memoirs?
Me.
Place you go to think?
My room.
Worst guy's name?
Jonathan.
High school sneakers?
Converse.
Favorite charity?
Geekscape.net.
My career is like breakfast because?
It doesn't taste very well. I can keep talking if this shit is gonna keep going. Yeah, my breakfast is a Lucky Charms, so not that lucky.
There we go, Jonathan London! We haven't had anyone get through it, so we had to have awkward pauses.
That's fun. That's
Jonathan
fun.
London, you can check him out
those awkward
Geekscape.net. Teran Southern, you can check her out, Teran-Southern.com.
Can I
And
get your
that's our
opinion
show.
on? Can I get your
No,
opinion
we
on this
actually are
with
done.
Teran Southern?
We actually are finished.
Is she gonna get kidnapped one day?
No. If we can help it, we will walk her to her car.
Okay.
All right, that's our show. Next week, we're back with 2 guests. Comedian Tashawn Barrett, and we also have actress from the Donner Party, Victoria Black. For all of us here, and for Aaron A. Darling, filling in for Schneider Pants, for Johnny Fulton, for LV, for Brian Gramo, and for myself, thrown under the bus by Jonathan London. That's our show. Good night. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
That's our show, we're gonna say goodnight. We'd like to stay forever, but it just ain't right. That's our show, we're gonna say goodnight. The guests were all so funny, yeah, they sparkled in the light. And then when London told me I should have my own show, I said to him, yes, sir! But you know what? I don't want that shit. Because Stu does a great job having his own show, and it's just kind of a pain to have your own show. I like being the music guy. Oh, Aaron Ashley!
Lady Chatterley, Anonymity, LOL, St. Mort, Ryan the Mighty, Altoid 05, Dr. Hollis Mason, Origin X, Crunchyman 2600, Ryan the Mighty, Chris W443, Gummy Gone Wild 420, Origin X is people, I'm saying them again, Aliens 300C, Bazball, Origin X again.